Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Hey guys! We still don't have.
We haven't come up with our
anything yet
YouTube
in mind. Maybe
thing.
it'll come. It'll come sometime. Today we're talking about something huge in the advertising and marketing industry, and that is Facebook ads.
And Instagram ads. How they can help you and how to make ones that stand out, get noticed, and more importantly, get you some sales.
Huge marketers like Gary Vee, who kind of all over there, he basically said it's the best deal in marketing history is basically your ROI, which is your return on investment, or ROAS, return on ad spend, is so small or so great because you spend so little on ads and you have such a big return that it's like honestly a no-brainer to use Facebook and Instagram.
And you're reaching like hundreds of millions of people on Facebook.
Yeah,
and Instagram.
Yeah, on a place where they want to be. You know, if you're going on a billboard and people are driving, they don't necessarily want to be driving. They, are just doing because they have to be, or they're at a red light and they're pissed off or something like that. People literally, when they wake up or they go out of their way to open up Instagram or to open up Facebook to connect with people, boom, you're right there. You're right in front of their face.
And so, for instance, we own a marketing and production company, and we always heard in the beginning, everyone's using Google Ads. Google Ads is a great way to target your audience. So the thing about Google Ads, I will say, is that those used to be very helpful, and some businesses do obviously still have success using them. However, what's better about Facebook ads is, like Corey just said, you can target people with Facebook ads that are so specific to exactly what you want, and that will just show up in front of those people. Whereas Google ads, you have to actively go and search for a specific item or term or business in order to see that ad. So if you're looking, for instance, for like a plumber on Google ads, you have to search for a plumber and then you'll start seeing them. Whereas on Facebook, they already know all the plumbers and you've targeted them with your ad. So those plumbers are people who are looking for, plumbers?
Yeah, plumbers. People who are looking for plumbers.
Oh yeah. So people who are looking for, I lost track of what I was saying. So people who are looking for plumbers, those ads will automatically just pop up in front of them. They don't have to go out of their way to search for them. So it's being brought straight to a specific audience.
Yeah. The ads are finding them rather than them looking for you. You already found them. Kind of like that. So you're always in the back of their mind. Plus, the ROAS is way cheaper on Facebook and Instagram. It's pretty cool.
Return of ad spend. ROAS. Also, one other thing I will say. So before we got into all these Facebook ads, I used to always just click boost on my Instagram account, certain videos, pictures, did the same thing on my Facebook page. What I realized is that just hitting boost is absolutely not the same as actually creating and submitting a Facebook ad. Boost does not really do anything except just reach your followers.
Yeah, stay away from Boost.
More, so you're just getting the same group of people who would see your post anyways, but they're seeing it more often. So you're kind of just throwing your money away.
Yeah.
So Boost and Facebook ads, not the same.
No. Because with Facebook ads, you can target what you're looking for, specifically people who don't already follow you, who you're trying to sell something to.
And there are multiple different types of Facebook ads that also can be done on Instagram as well. They go hand in hand. Facebook owns Instagram, so you could do them on both very easily, and they're all created and managed in the Facebook ads manager. Thank you. Like we said, there are multiple different kinds of ads, but today we are going to be talking about the two most popular that we use 95% of the time, which are Facebook and Instagram feed ads and Facebook and Instagram story ads. Feed ads would be seen when you're scrolling through your feed, Facebook feed or Instagram feed, and then you see that big sponsored, that means it is an ad. Story ads will be seen on Facebook stories and Instagram stories.
So for the Facebook feed ad, you want to go with a 4:5 aspect ratio. So that's for a video that's 1080 by 1350. So it's a little weird aspect ratio. It's like a square.
It's a square.
It's a square, but it's a little bit longer because it's not 1080 by 1080. That would be a square.
All right, so it's like a
4
little
by 5.
bit of a rectangle.
A little bit
Sue
of
me.
a little longer. Okay.
And
so
that's the ones that will be on your feed, and you'll see them. We'll show examples, but it'll just pop up, and you'll see a video, and that is the aspect ratio you want to use when you are editing your video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so for that video, most times when you're going to shoot a video horizontal, as a lot of people call it, or landscape, that is going to be 1920 by 1080. So that's going to be
So if you film like this.
rectangle. Yes, exactly.
This is 1980.
1920.
Sorry, 1920 by 1080.
Also known as 1080p.
Okay.
Or in 4K, it's double that. Okay, all those numbers out of the way, basically what I'm getting at is that your video is going to be wider than your rectangle. So there's two ways to combat that.
So question.
Yes.
Would you recommend for these fine folk filming like this or like this for your ads on Facebook?
For a feed, I would say horizontal.
So if you are doing a feed ad, which are I would start with those.
Yeah, those are the ones that are going to see the most.
And I started with that.
Yeah.
You are going to take your phone and film like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a camera, the aspect ratio is?
The same. If you're shooting in HD, 1920 by 1080, that's HD, 1920, 1080p.
Okay.
And 4K is just double those numbers.
Okay.
So the reason for that is because all TVs, movies, everything like that you've seen for your whole life is in that aspect ratio or around that. You know, it's a rectangle. Up until very recently, that's how we watched everything. So it's more natural. Also, it gives you room on the top and the bottom of it to add moving text.
Text on the top and the bottom are really going to up the value of your ad and help them stand out. And you could put very specific things on that text that will attract specific people or specific client, etc. So it helps.
Yes. And on top of that, the vast majority, something like 70 or 80% of people who are watching these ads are watching them on mute.
That's another big thing. You gotta add captions. I always say subtitles. You gotta add captions. Yes.
So your video's in the middle. You have some empty space on the top and the bottom, but that's not empty, boring space. That's more room to just have fun with it, be creative with it, make it move, make it stand out. Say what your offer is on the text, and also say verbally in your video what you're offering. So actually, there's going to be 3 times. You're going to see it in big, bold letters, something short, catchy, something big like that. Also coming out of your mouth and with the caption because you're writing what you're saying. All of that stuff goes together to make an ad that gets a lot of clicks. A small cost per click, which is good, which means every time, you're only paying 30 cents or 20 cents, 40 cents for someone to click and go to the website that you're doing or the offer or whatever that you're doing is a lot better than paying $5 for every click. That's a good thing.
We have experimented several times without captions versus with captions, without the titles, with the titles. And I can tell you from losing a solid amount of money that number one thing is use captions. Most people, and myself included, I didn't even realize I was doing it, but if a video does not have captions, I just will scroll past it. If people watch videos when they don't have headphones in, they're walking, they're in a supermarket, it's easier for people to just read what you're saying, or you will miss out on viewers of that ad.
Yeah, so always do captions. They could be a pain to do, but you're only doing 30 seconds, 60 seconds of captions. It's not like you're doing subtitles for like a 3-hour movie or something like that. So bite the bullet. I promise you it will pay off in the long run. Put captions hard-coded on your edit. Next, we have story ads.
Okay.
And so those are rectangle, portrait, upright like this. So, it's meant specifically, it was created for people to just go around, showing their day off. And, because it takes too much energy to flip your phone like this, it's really just
It's a
specifically.
selfie move. It's like way easier to do this.
Exactly. Getting creative with, our creative marketing techniques is to make the ad specifically for stories. So you only have 15 seconds per video. Let me get real quick into this. If you do a picture, it's only going to let you do 6 seconds. So if you do a video, you get 15 seconds.
And this will go on your Facebook story and your Instagram story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mention that. They are the same aspect ratio. So very cool thing, very important. Do a video on story. And on top of that, use a carousel.
Yes.
Because for the same price, you can do up to 3 videos. So 45 seconds of footage for the same price as 6 seconds of a picture.
So a carousel is multiple videos that will play back to back.
Yeah.
To back, if you want 3.
Exactly. So you could do maybe like us talking for 15 seconds, cut it up, us talking for 15 seconds, something that basic, or you could do something like what I just did this morning, which was cut the ad of Megan walking and talking and doing an offer, and then the second just said swipe up. So you grasp that person, you grasp your client with an entertaining ad, and then you do a call to action after that. So for 15 seconds, it is an animation that says swipe up. So it's calling them out to do it. So if I just did 15 seconds and the swipe up came out the last second, they only have 1 second to swipe up. Now they have a whole more 15 seconds to swipe up and go see your offer.
Very smart.
So those, that extra touch, it's easier to just do the same video. I know we just did a 4x5 video for your feed. Why do we have to do something that's, shorter, more precise, a whole new edit? It's worth it because it's native to what people are looking at. It doesn't look rushed. It doesn't look lazy.
It's like reposting something you posted on Instagram automatically to Facebook, but it doesn't really translate. So you can do it by using the same video, but you might have to cut some stuff out. It might be choppy. We've done both. 15 seconds isn't that long. Like we said before, literally grab your phone. I saw a woman this morning who literally did an ad in a bikini in the beach. I could barely hear her, but she did have captions, but that's how simple it was. Literally like this, talking to the camera.
Yeah. And I see a bunch. Blown out backgrounds, just wrong white balance. All these stuffs that make me cringe and die on the inside.
Because he's OCD and also
a
filmmaker.
I'm sure are converting because they're native and you could see them. They're not getting cut off on the side. You could see what the person's talking about.
And the clients you're trying to attract are not always filmmakers. Like right now we're targeting doctors, so that doesn't...
Right.
It doesn't need to be an amazing video.
When you're filming them, it's also good to call out what you're doing. So the call to action is a big point because people people need to be told what to do. There's a lot of studies showing that when you tell someone to do something, they're much more likely to do it rather than, they know that learn more button is there. They can see it. But until you tell them to do it, then they're like, oh, yeah, I should do this.
It's like, subscribe to our channel.
Hey, like this video.
Like it and subscribe. Get that?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful segue.
Yeah,
Love that. So when you're doing the feed ad, there's going to be something below where you click. It said learn more, see my offer, anything like that. So you tell them to click below.
Just say, click below to get started. Click below to schedule an appointment.
Something like
click
that.
below to get my free download.
Yeah.
Anything. Just say it.
But on the story, you don't click below, you swipe up.
So swipe up.
Say swipe up, exactly. So when you're shooting that extra short story ad, which you can shoot right after or before, whatever you want to do as your feed ad, make sure to say swipe up instead of click below. Because if you click below, I don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing on a story.
Nothing will happen.
Nothing's going to happen. You got to swipe up. And that so that goes for Instagram and Facebook story ads.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope this helped because I know personally I spent like months trying to figure out what I was doing with Facebook ads. I spent money paying people to do Facebook ads for me, and I just wanted someone to just break it down and keep it simple. And so that's what we wanted to do to help you guys, and I hope it helped.
I really hope that we taught you something today, and if you don't mind, you could subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our
A
channel.
lot more content coming out very, very soon.
And we're gonna do a whole thing about filming, whether you're a super, super beginner, want to film on your iPhone, or you are super advanced. You are a super advanced filmmaker, and we will show you guys a lot of tips for filming on really intense film stuff, right? Like
everything from cell phones to cinema cameras, we got
there
you.
we go. That's
Coming
it.
soon.
Coming soon.